pushing with all my... Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know? Oh.
He wasn't listening. Hello.
Hello there.
We've already... I want you to know you have my sympathy.
Oh, it's just terrible. Off. It's the worst news I heard all day. It's topped the whole... It's worse, isn't it? I would say...
You're most
There's no...
Is a glass of beer more important than a man's life?
Were you talking to...
To all of you.
Shauna, why do...
What about Sean? Why aren't you out looking for him?
There's no point in launching an ill-equipped expedition to say in a life. That's why I slipped for a point.
I gotta go. Excuse me, Miss...
What now?
Oh, nothing. Good Hey! Oh, no. Somehow, I'd managed. I felt strange. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
I don't want anything.
Just give me...
It was an...
Get.
Hello again. I'll see you. The lifting key was rammed tightly into the crack in the wall, forming a strong... that is... The top of a ladder rose out of the squarely dug hole. Hey, Billy. The goat responded with a cool and penetrating... The goat's movements were It was a rusted piece of... I tugged the lifting key. I tugged at the trapdoor, but it was locked from the inside. It was a trapdoor. It was impossible to return the switch to it. The drain was covered with a grate. I took hold of the grate. I considered tying the towel to the grating. Somehow, I felt... Excuse me?
Yes, sir?
Give me another beer. Give everyone another beer. Let's party, guys.
I think you've had enough, don't you?
Hey, listen. Is it supposed to taste the way it does?
Go Pauline stout is brewed from the I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I can fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional electrician. Oh well, at least the glass washer is still working.
It's not my idea, is it? May I borrow this towel?
Sure you can, on one condition.
What's that?
You keep it away from old Ron.
Who's Ron?
That's him in the corner, with the hygiene problem.
Thanks. Hello again.
What?
Could you use this towel?
I could.
Hello again. You could make use of this tissue. Ned. I'll see you later. I was about to reach for a rash move. It was an electric pump operated by pushing. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
I don't want anything.
Just...
Hey. Hello. Oh, nothing real. Hello.
What?
I gotta go. Excuse me, Mr.
What now?
Oh, nothing. Good. The guy with the... Meanwhile, everyone else in the bar seemed oblivious to him. He wasn't listening. It was impossible to return the switch to its original. The lad was doing his best. His effort was so... Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
See you later, kid.
Okay,
It was a trap door in the side. I tugged at the trap door, but it was locked from the inside. The plastic cover had been smashed by the Pixie's car. The end of the bar was hinged, like the drawer.
Get out.
I could try to fix your glass washer.
Oh, no. Not unless you're a qualified electrician.
The end of the bar was hinged, like the drawbridge.
Get out.
I could try to fix your...
Oh no. Get.
I could try...
Oh no.
It was an electrical plug.
Get.
I could try to...
Oh no.
I couldn't see anything... Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
It just so happens I'm an electrician.
Well, no. Here. Here, come in. When you finish that, will you take a look at the pumps?
I was about to reach for the pump. A rash move. I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug. Seemed fine to me. It was an electrical plug attached. I couldn't see anything obviously. There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer.
Well,
What?
are you going?
It was an electric... There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer. I used all my knowledge. Seemed... There was nothing physical. The white whiskers on the bartender's flushed face were like garlands on a Christmas tree. The resemblance ended there. There was nothing physical. I couldn't see anything. It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer. I tugged at the It was a trap door. It was impossible. The drain was covered. I took hold.
I'm still waiting for you to fix this glass washer.
Okay, keep your hair on. It was an electric pump operated by pushing a small lever. I was about to reach for the pump. Around. Hey! Hello. Oh, nothing. The farmer was...
Hello? What?
I gotta go. Hello again. What? Hey, would you like... Take a look at this ID. I'll see you later. Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to...
See you later, kid.
Okay, Miss...
The gates were made of solid, age-blackened wood. On the back of the... The lifting key was rammed tightly into the crack in the wall. I tugged at the lifting key. Hello again. What? Hey, would you like to shake my... Do you recognize...
I can't.
You could...
Never use.
What does this red no... What?
No.
Tick... I'll see you later. I'd been taught not to judge people by their appearance or their clothes. Nobody ever said anything about runny noses. As soon as the old guy looked away, I grabbed this piece of wire. It was a short piece of wire, twisted into a rough circle. It was impossible to return the switch to its original position. The plastic cover had been smashed by the... I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was dangerous, but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard safety precautions. Excuse me, Mr. Leary. I fixed your glass washer, no problem.
Bingo! And a blessing to all the saints. A free half-pint to that man on the house. Now, could you take a look at the beer pumps?
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
What a dumb place to store a flashlight. A dark cellar. The only way I was going to find anything down there was to feel around. I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen. I lifted the trap door, and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with light opera. It was Khan. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate accident.
I didn't see anything.
What about the boy?
He doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He is being taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
Of course. Thank you.
It wasn't my nerves that stopped me jumping. Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
See you later, kid.
Okay.
Then I noticed a flash of light, something sparkling beneath the open trap door. It was Peagram's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. As I held it aloft, I realized the fascination it could command. I guess I was already under its spell.
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire, I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way, you're not old enough.
We can sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid. I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
I could, for sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet of chips.
Oh, and shout, did you see that Ferrari? I searched the trash, but there was nothing useful there. It was a couple of paper... I tried to pull the lever, but it wouldn't move with the trap door open. It was a large blue gemstone. It was a calendar with a faded photograph of a prize-winning car. It was a rusty faucet. The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water. It was a bunch of cleaning materials. I looked among the cleaning materials, but saw nothing I could use. It was a rusty faucet. I shut off the faucet as the faucet The carton was damp and soggy. It was an empty... It was a cup... I was about to reach for the pump. A rash... Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
I don't want anything.
Just give me...
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Want a closer look at the gem?
No, you'd better hide that, mister. What if the pixie comes back?
I don't believe in pixies.
Smart.
See you later, kid.
Okay, miss.
I took hold of the grating and... It was impossible.
Hello? What now?
This is the gem that...
So that's what all the fuss... I can't see why myself.
Well, it's kind of neat. This is the gem... And that... I got it. Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien.
What?
Do you recognize this gem?
Ah, that's a beautiful stone. And the... in it...
Do you recognize...
Yeah.
I'd like...
Right.
Goodbye for now.
Good riddance.
Hey! Hello. Do you recognize this gem?
Oh.
If you left it...
Oh.
Do you recognize... Yeah. Bye for... Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Does this gem mean anything to you?
Phew. What a beauty. I bet you wish that was real, don't you?
Does this gem... Hello again. What? What is this?
Well, would you...
Do you recognize?
No.
Hey. I'll... It wasn't my nerves that... Hey, Billy. The goat responded with a cool and... The goat's movements were restricted by a halter tied to a metal post. Hey, Billy. The goat was... It was a rusted It was a rusted The rope by which the goat was tethered had become tangled on the old plowshare.
Hey, Billy.
The goat responded with a cool and the statue was too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand. The statue lay face up in the soft sand. As I swung the stone upright, I noticed it had left a pattern of holes in the sand. The 5 fingers on the back of the statue had left their impressions in the fine sand. I placed my fingers in the 5 impressions left by the fallen stone. It was weird. They fit perfectly. There was a pattern of 5 holes. I placed my fingers and thumb into the holes in the wall. Nothing happened. Behind the altar was a carved panel decorated with animals, birds, and plants. As I dipped my fingers into the soft white powder, I realized what it was. Plaster of Paris. I'd used it in kindergarten to make casts of animal paw prints. The bench had probably been used by Pegram and his archaeological team. The only object on the table which interested me was the sack. I reached into the sack, but it was empty. I reached into the sack, but it was empty. I sprinkled the plaster on the sand until the holes were filled. I smoothed the plaster level with the sand. It was my first experience of home improvement. I smoothed the plaster level with the sand. It was my first experience of home improvement. I squeezed the towel. I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water. The towel was soaked through with water. The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster. I eased the solid piece of plaster underneath. The hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was a soft thud, then silence.
So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's, I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead. Then Leary woke me in the middle of the night to help bail out the cellar.
The cellar was flooded?
Yeah, some idiot had left the faucet running.
And you say Pegram has disappeared?
Without a trace. But my visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
Pegram's gem?
The Templar's gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man. Let's take another look at the manuscript. That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarne. That's the tripod in the Crew Museum. Look, Nico, a handful of plaster.
Yeah. Why is it that men never really grow up?
What's your problem, sister?
Your pockets stuffed with useless junk like little boys.
You never know when useless junk might come in handy. Do you want to look after the gem?
No, Josh. I'd be too tempted to sell it.
I can't sit here all day, much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobino at the Kron Museum. And why don't you see if Rosso has heard anything?
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
I beg your pardon. Are you Andre Lobino?
That's me. You want my autograph?
No, I was told you may be able to help me.
Help?
My name is George Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay. Shoot.
What do you make of this?
It's the biggest gemstone I've ever seen. Where did you get it?
From Professor Pegram's messenger boy.
Pegram? Professor Nigel Pegram? He's in Ireland, investigating a Templar site, isn't he?
He was, until he disappeared.
Did Pegram find this on his dig?
Yeah, the site where this was found was a Templar castle. Do you think it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No, I shouldn't think so. You're not one of those crazies who think the Templars still exist, are you?
Well, I try to keep an open mind on the matter. Does the guy in this photograph look familiar to you?
No.
I'd like to shake you by the hand, Andre.
Not now, Georgie.
What do you make of this ID card?
Nothing.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Alamut is the name of the place where the Hashashin were based.
Where is it?
Somewhere in what used to be called Persia. I'm not too hot on modern geography, I'm afraid. The most recent map I have shows America as an English colony.
What can you tell me about Philippe le Bel?
He was responsible for the extermination of the Knights Templar.
I know that, but why was Philip so hot to get rid of them?
Mostly because he wanted to get his hands on their treasure. He had an enormous debt and a lifelong war with England to fund. The trouble was, the Templars were a highly respected holy order.
If the Templars were so powerful, how did this Philippe dude wipe them out?
By underhanded, dishonorable means, of course. The Pope was Clement V, a Frenchman.
French, huh? Handy for Philippe.
Fate had nothing to do with it. He was Philippe's puppet, planted to further his political ambitions. Philippe wanted the wealth of the Templars and used Clement to get it.
So what was Philippe's plan? What happened?
Sealed orders were sent out all over France, not to be opened until the appointed day. That day was Friday, July 13th. That's the origin of our superstition regarding that date. At dawn, throughout the whole of France, the Templars were arrested. It was the biggest bust in the history of the world.
What happened to the Templars after their arrest?
Philippe was out for blood, so he handed the Templars over to the Inquisition. Not surprisingly, they confessed to a sensational and sordid list of blasphemies.
Like what?
Oh, the sort of things you read about in the gutter press. Devil worship, lewd sexual practices, spitting on the Holy Cross, that kind of thing.
Well, that must have given their lawyers some headaches.
Whether or not the accusations were true, this was not good publicity. Most of the charges were probably cooked up, but so were the Templars, literally. Hundreds of them were found guilty of heresy and flame-grilled at the stake. They died protesting their innocence.
But surely Philippe had no proof of his charges against the Templars.
A man will admit anything under torture. The Inquisition fabricated some nonsensical demon called Baphomet, and then suggested to their victims that this was what they worshipped.
But they didn't have to agree.
The records show a Templar coming to trial with both feet burnt off. Fragments of flesh and charred bone falling from the stumps. What would you not admit to stop such torment?
So there was no truth at all in the Baphomet accusations?
Not a shred. Almost every victim described the idol differently. No, Baphomet never existed outside the sick minds of the Inquisitors.
So Philippe stole the Templars' riches, huh?
Oh no, they weren't stupid. The king's troops marched first on the temple in Paris, then to the Templar home port at La Rochelle. There was no trace of the treasure, and the fleet of the Knights Templar had set sail.
Does the name Montfaucon mean anything to you?
Sure, it was the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands. A dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit. Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured their flesh.
That explains the image of the hanged man. I found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called Lochmarn. Where was the site of Montfaucon?
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin, but there's nothing there now. The old gibbet was torn down during the Revolution.
I'd like your opinion on a medieval manuscript.
Vraiment? Do you have it with you?
No, it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
Intriguing. Do you have a copy of the text?
There isn't much, only a few Latin phrases. I was kind of hoping you'd help decipher the pictures.
Without seeing the manuscript, that's a tall order.
Just tell me one thing. What does the image of two men riding on the same horse suggest to you?
The Knights Templar. Does the Templar seal appear on this manuscript? I'd love to see that for myself.
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah. Not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman. Maybe it was my imagination, but I noticed a predatory look in his eye. Suddenly, this friendly historian had turned into the big bad wolf. Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
The second week of July?
Maybe. Yes, it was, just before Bastille Day.
So Pegram was in Paris at the same time as the other victims.
Pardon? Victims of what?
Nothing. Just thinking aloud. Can you tell me anything about the night?
So, the go...
Jeez.
How did from the people... The other...
You're a
Glad...
How come the Templars became so wealthy?
There was a constant stream of new recruits to their ranks, many from noble families. They were required to swear a sacred oath of poverty, chastity, and obedience. So, their money, goods, and lands were donated to the order. The Templars soon held land in France, Scotland, England, Spain, most of Europe, in fact. The poor Knights of Christ became the wealthiest power in Christendom.
Is it true that Treasure of the Night...
Oh,
What do you mean?
no.
This friend who has the manuscript?
The anonymous girlfriend.
She lives at 361 Rue Jarry.
I know it well. I'll drop by. Just as soon as I can.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Don't open the... Watch out! Hey, Nico.
Oh, hi. I didn't expect you back so soon.
Let's take another... Have you found out any more?
Yeah, well, I'm...
Let's take... That... There, but the... There, but... The... I'll see you again soon. Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
I found it.
How did you... Mina...
This is ridiculous. I could be here for hours. It was an ancient... The totem pole looked... As I reached toward the display case, a shrill piping filled the air. I froze, then tried to get myself together and act nonchalantly.
No, monsieur. No. No.
Okay. He was a thin-faced, pallid guy. It was a tapestry. If I'd had more time. The case contained some fragments of pottery. They looked to me like broken flower. Above them, the case contained 2 rows of silver coins. Each coin. He was a thin-faced, pallid guy with a...
Hi, Andre. Hello. Thanks for your help. You're welcome.
The case contained a collection of rocks. They were all shaped. Above them. The case contained the tripod shown on the manuscript. Excuse me.
What do you want now?
Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized. I don't...
See you later. Excuse me.
What do you want?
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is.
Yes, I do.
One moment. Stobart is here to see you, monsieur.
Did he say what it was about?
No, monsieur.
Very well. What now, monsieur?
Do you know a pair of thugs called
I have known those two since they... Flat... Where?
I met them out. Have you heard of Professor Pegram, the archaeologist?
Molly P... What has he done?
Do you know Pegram well?
Is his... Of course. All his friends...
Have you...
There. We are...
It was the king. Ever heard of a guy called Marquet? Jacques Marquet?
Marquet. I know the name. He has a record for suspected blackmail, kidnapping, arson, and art theft.
You're obviously a great admirer of the Knights Templar.
They were men of...
Not...
But if... That's enough.
Why'd you get so wound up? They've been dead for centuries. I shouldn't have pushed my luck. Whatever. I saw the anger.
The Templar... Ed... You will excuse...
Excuse me.
What?
Is Ross...
Yeah?
Not really. See you later, sir. Hi, Andre.
Hello, George.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Hi, Nico.
What are you sounding so chipper about?
I'm full of the joys of the fall.
I can't imagine why.
Because Sergeant Moo has given me another lead. The guy who was supposed to collect the gem, Jacques Marquet,
You found him.
he's in a hospital here in Paris. I guess that was the killer's doing, to stop him meeting Pegram.
Maybe. Are you going to try to talk to Marquet?
What have I got to lose?
Plenty.
Let's take another look at the man is... That's the See you soon.
Yeah.
The old building managed to retain some of its original grandeur, but the modern additions look like a baseball cap on a statue of a medieval saint. I felt a little guilty as I tried the door. I gripped the handle with the door. There was no sign. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plans. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
Has Marquet had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a... Has
Personally, if I was...
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
Yeah, I'm his, long-lost brother.
A brother half his age with a different name and an American accent.
Yeah, people always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age. After a mix-up in the nursery at the Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life.
I guess not. So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear. No one gets to see Marquet. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time here.
Have you seen this man here at the clinic?
No, sir. And I never
Look at this ID pass.
So you... Marquet?
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see. He was on Ward B12, as I recall. Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh dear. He's on Ward J2. That's... Nurse Grendel's ward.
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock, alarm call. 6:10, bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
Oh, you mean she's been here a long time?
No, I mean there's not a man in this clinic who hasn't sprawled out on her.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J. How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Bear left past the administrator's sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name's Lee. Thanks for your help. Hi, my name's George.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Call me George if you like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's
My name's Benoit.
Bunny.
That's right.
Keep it to yourself. Do you know anything about a patient named Marquet?
And sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, monsieur. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean to get my hands dirty with a nail.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. I've never seen him before.
See you later. As I turned the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life...
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy.
You know what?
It's a deal.
Do you know a nurse called...
Sure I do.
Have you...
No, sir, I hadn't. What's that, with a friend?
It must be...
He is.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny. It's just that...
You think it's odd, don't you?
No,
I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind my back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull through.
Whatever you've got with this metal knotfoot is probably a fine and noble thing.
It is. Say, it's not every day I meet someone as crazy as me.
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
See you later.
Yeah. Hey now, you can't go in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
It was a life-sized marble figure of a guy in robes. The sculptor had tried to give it to my... Maybe the face of the unaccountably happy domestic had made me I mean... As I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
Dr. Stobart at your service.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. Well, who's first?
Monsieur Croquet in bed 2.
What's his problem?
He's been complaining of loss of consciousness. You'll need this, Doctor.
She gave me a long, narrow metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks. Hi, I'm Dr. Stobart.
Hello, Doctor.
The nurse told me you keep losing consciousness.
That's right. I've had the problem as long as I can remember. It's a real out-of-body experience. Like death, but not so conclusive.
I see. How long does it last?
Just a fraction of a second, and then I recover.
I might not have been a doctor, but I was formulating a diagnosis all the same. This guy was nuts. I know exactly what you mean. It's known in the medical field as blinking.
Is it serious?
Of course it isn't serious. It's perfectly natural.
But just think, 2 seconds every minute? Why, that's almost half an hour every day. 2 weeks out of every year spent in total darkness.
I don't have time to listen to this baloney. Which bed is Marquet in?
He's round the corner, in solitary.
What's the matter with him?
I don't know, but the men who brought him in were wearing masks and rubber gloves. Hey, you're a doctor. How come you don't know?
We doctors don't know everything.
Then how come you act like you do?
Has Marquet had any visitors?
Nah, neither have I. That's the worst thing about being in hospital. You feel like the rest of the world has abandoned you.
Well, you know how it is. Life goes on.
Thanks for those comforting words.
Well, goodbye and good luck.
Thanks, Doc.
It was a device used for measuring people's blood pressure. Hello again. Do you know what this piece of equipment is called?
No,
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
What's his problem?
He's delirious. He just now came out of theater. He's recovering from major surgery.
I'll have him up and about before you can say, Lazarus, get out of your bed and walk. Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
You better believe it. I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job. What can you tell me about...
He's the man that... Tell me, doctor. But I've been here.
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very...
Efficient.
I...
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a mon...
You...
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, doctor. Who is it?
A cold-blooded...
Really? Of course. Yeah, indeed.
His... I'm going to take your...
Why?
I'm a doctor. Have you heard of a guy called Merlin?
No, doctor.
I thought about giving him an electric shock, but I just couldn't do that to a sick guy. See you later.
Doctor?
What is it now, nurse?
Number 2 again. He won't tell me what he wants. He says he'll only talk to a man.
Do I have to? That guy's nuts.
Doctor, I'm surprised at you. There's no way to talk about our clients.
Okay, I'll see him. But I'm telling you, he's a hypochondriac. Hello again. Do you know what this piece of equipment...
No,
Have you heard of a guy...
no, Doctor.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, Doctor.
A cold-blooded...
One of you.
No.
I've never.
I thought about it, but... Well, goodbye.
Thanks, Doc.
Do you have any clowns on the ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur,
What's wrong with Boissy?
he was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly stunt involved. It's unlikely.
It's an... Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
Why is Marquet in quarantine?
If you wish to know more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeier. All I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
His temperature was normal, with little fluctuation either way. The graph showed a steady decline in his pulse rate and an increase in his blood pressure. It kind of shook me to see this guy's life reduced to a few jagged lines. The poor guy's temperature had been up and down like a white-knuckle ride. No wonder he looked so sick.
Doctor,
What is it?
you haven't taken my blood pressure.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
I can't take a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later.
Oh, Doctor,
What now?
you didn't finish taking my blood pressure.
Okay, let's try again.
You don't have the first idea what you're doing, do you?
I'll come back when you've recovered your manners.
You haven't finished taking my...
Will you keep quiet? You're disturbing the other patients.
I'll keep quiet when you've taken my blood pressure properly.
I have to see Jacques Marquet first.
How come he gets preferential treatment? It's because he's got money, isn't it?
It's not like that. I'll come back when you've dealt with that chip on your shoulder. Pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
You haven't finished taking...
Will you keep quiet? Hi, it's me. I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why? I'm a doctor.
I thought about giving him, but I just... See you later. His temperature was normal, with...
You haven't finished taking my blood pressure.
Will you keep quiet? You're disturbing the other patients. This guy didn't look sick to me. He didn't have spots or stitches, and he certainly didn't have a fever. Hi, it's me. I'm going...
What? I'm a doctor.
Does this gem mean anything?
No, Doc. Is this some kind of test?
If it was, you would have failed. You say... See you later. His temperature was normal. The nurse was stunningly beautiful. Pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur.
What is this device?
It's for taking the patient's blood pressure.
Would you like to shake hands with me?
Well,
No, it's okay. Forget it. I didn't really want to use it on her anyway. Do you know Merlin of Grub?
no, I...
Does this mean it?
The club...
Is this plastic?
No.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Hello.
Oh, hi! No whistling, right?
Right. Do you recognize...
No. No, sir.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not until I've washed, if you don't mind, sir. You can pick up all kinds of things in a hospital.
Like nurse?
No, sir. And fungal...
See you later.
Yeah. Hey! Oh,
I know.
oh no.
Okay. Does this tool mean anything?
I don't recognize...
Do you recognize? Who?
Monsieur Boissy.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Now, I was no doctor, but this guy looked dead to me. Hello again. Do you know what this piece of equipment is called?
No.
Hi, it's me again. I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
Do you know what this is?
It looks like
How did you know?
I'm a plasterer.
Does this gem mean?
Is this some...
Have you ever?
No.
You. Do you recognize?
Doesn't that belong to Boissy?
No.
He's a club.
Do you know what this tool is used for?
I'd rather...
Ignorant. See you later.
You haven't finished taking my blood pressure.
Will you? Hey, Benoit.
There's no need to shout. What do you want?
What do you know about this piece of equipment?
It's a device.
See you later.
Great.
Excuse me, sir.
You must be the new boy.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Donnie, come here, boy. This is Benoit, my nephew. Can I trust you to look after him?
Do your own babysitting, Gramps. Who do you think you are, anyhow?
I am Felix Hagenmeyer.
And may I say what an honor it is to meet you in person, sir. You are on my medical wall of fame. Right up there with Pasteur and Leary. I look on it as a privilege, no, an honor, to look after your nephew, sir.
He is fresh out of medical school. It will open his eyes to see a real doctor on the job.
I'll bet.
Show him around. Let him see some real suffering.
Look what Nurse Grendel gave me, sir.
Ah, yes, very good. I'm glad to see you're carrying it with you. It reassures the public to see the medical profession using traditional archaic tools.
May I have the honor of shaking you by the hand?
You may not. I don't encourage physical contact between my staff.
So long, Hagenmeyer. Hey, Benoit.
There's no need to shout. What do you want?
Shake my hand, Benoit.
I don't think that's a good idea, sir.
How come?
Dermatitis.
I don't have dermatitis.
I do.
Follow me, Benoit.
I'm right behind you, sir.
Do you want this?
Div-
Yeah.
No.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Hi, it's me again. I'm going to take your blood.
Why? I'm a doctor.
Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir.
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something. Are you ready with that pressure gauge? Use it on Eric Sockmarsh.
Okay.
I'm Dr. Stobart.
Bonjour, docteur.
Have you seen any...
Yeah.
A girl?
Well,
Is that...
well, but it's...
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
isn't...
Mark...
He has anthrax.
I have...
What?
What? I'll...
That...
Well, do that. Would you like to shake hands?
What for?
As a gesture of goodwill.
On reflection?
Do you recognize the man in this...
No.
Are you... Can you... Do you recognize...
Don't get cute with...
Catch you later.
Or, if you see that bear, kick him in the nuts. Rather you than me, pal.
On the top of the chart was his name. Jacques Marquet. I didn't need to be a doctor to read the graphs. Marquet was dying. Another graph, another life. The bottles were full of liquid, with a little trail of bubbles rising to the surface. I figured Marquet's life depended on those bottles, so I decided not to disturb them. Marquet's slim hold on life was being measured. The machine was far... The machine was far too complex for me to understand. Marquet was either rousing him in... Marquet?
Yes. I am Marquet. I've been expecting you.
You have?
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lamar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassins.
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you were sent in my place?
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grand Master. Quickly tell him that I found the tripod right here in Paris.
What, you have it?
Not yet, but it's been taken care of. I hired a couple of stooges with a flair for petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
You know them?
We've met. What about the Hashashin?
Is more likely to have followed Hausner. He'll stop at nothing to prevent the reforging of the sword.
And that's bad, is it?
As for Klausner, he is gone off to Syria on a wild goose chase.
They have geese in Syria?
He has a theory about the location of the...
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. If Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that...
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
There you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter! The door's locked. Help me, officer.
Stand back, monsieur.
I found Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah, killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man? Was it Count?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window. Have you ever heard of the Hashiashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again. Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves. Can you think of any use for this?
That's a thing for measuring blood pressure, isn't it? What are you doing with that?
I picked it up in the hospital. It could be useful.
You ought to take it back. Don't you feel guilty?
No. Let's take another look at the manuscript. That's the there's a guy through. I guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rousseau or Sergeant Mou? Or were you referring to Andre?
I'll let you work it out.
You have left it very late, monsieur.
Late for what?
Can you see? I am closing the museum soon. You wouldn't like to get locked in. I can tell you. Not in this gallery.
Why not?
It is haunted, monsieur.
You don't believe in ghosts, surely.
Oh, yes, I do. 7 years ago, a lad managed to hide in here. He made a bet with his friends, I suppose. When I found him in the morning, he was cold as ice and stiff as a board.
Well, what was the cause of death?
They said it was a brain tumor. But on his face was a look of stark, desperate terror such as I have never seen before.
Scary. What can you tell me about the collection of pottery?
Those are remains of when the fifth that you have now. Yeah. You don't know what are it that yeah. What are it that yeah. What are it that yeah.
What can you tell me about the collection?
That little yeah you need. What can you that little yeah you
Thanks. The case contained a collection. They were all above them. Hi, Andre.
Hello.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashi?
It was
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
the Lochman tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place,
I heard them planning the raid.
they're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Why don't you look?
Because I'd never see it again.
Well, don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust. That tripod is hundreds of years old.
A
young man. I have.
Wouldn't you?
I haven't.
Where?
Does the take a look?
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night, Monsieur.
Hey, Guido! Look at this!
Quit fooling around, you moron! Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight. What the... Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
And when I woke up, I was at the police station. Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Poor Georges.
What a mess. I bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those two crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in costume.
You mean... it was you who stole the tripod? Oh, hell, Nico. I could have been shot.
Those dogs are more likely to shoot their own feet.
I just wish you'd told me your plans. We're supposed to be in this together. And how come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't suck, Georges, please.
Oh, rats. And don't call me Georgie.
Oh, I really thought you'd be pleased. After all, we've got the tripod. Aren't you going to try putting the gem on the tripod?
I guess so. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
The gem fits perfectly, but what does that prove?
Maybe the tripod has to be in a certain location.
There's nothing on the manuscript to indicate where, though, is there?
Oh, by the way, I had a visit from André Lobineau.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was lovely to see him again. He was over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the Knight's crest to take back to the museum. I believe he's identified the family who bears that crest.
I sure hope so. Lobineau explained who the Hashashin were.
Oh,
Let's take an... That's the truck. What do you think the So...
don't ask me.
I have to go.
Already? You only just arrived.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my...
Have you seen anyone out here watching Mademoiselle Collard's apartment?
Yes, I have. A strange man, tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden, but I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with a hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes. Besides, you never
See you later.
that.
Excuse me, officer.
And how may I help you?
Shouldn't you be off directing traffic or something?
You have seen the Parisian traffic?
Yeah.
Which
What do you know about the night? I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur.
A typically Parisian sidewalk cafe. Last time I visited one of those, it blew up. I decided I had no desire to. There was a small. It's a weird. Put them in their vacation duds, and hey presto, they look like. Hey, you with the balls.
Oui?
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's a. All right, I don't. That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, but...
I had no idea what I was doing, but this guy was a lot more difficult than I thought. That's how difficult. Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
Not so easy.
No, What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Le Templier?
What? Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
In French, in 1320, and in the follow. I couldn't open it with my bare hands.
Hey,
Sorry.
yours.
I didn't have time to sit around. A roll of. I thought of all those Parisian firm buttocks, the flat. That. Whoa! Waiting in prayer for the judgment. A night's. Biblical references engraved. I guess. A night. I was surprised Philip Lebel had left this place alone. The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well. A statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll. Per disciplinum meum lux videbis. A bit of a stained glass window. Wow! hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary. Had been pretty optimistic, I guess. Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported. A huge stained glass window formed a magnificent centerpiece for its neighbors. I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout. Carrying all that armor around must have been hard. I wondered if on the end of this, around the bed, a scroll. Per disciplina. A bit of a stained glass window. Wow. Hoping for a big had. I didn't have time to sit around. A row of old. I thought of all those Parisian derriere, firm buttocks of the young, the flabby flesh of the. That wasn't a pleasing image. Whoa! I had no desire. There was a small. They looked like. Hi again.
Oui? Au revoir, monsieur.
I once read a list of low. It didn't, obviously. Hello again, officer.
Hello again, Miss.
What do you think of the juggler?
Ah, he is excellent.
But he's blocking the thoroughfare and obstructing traffic.
So, he is amusing. The traffic isn't. If he wants to block it, who am I to say no?
You're a cop.
Ah, oui. So I'm. Ah, well.
So you're not gonna do anything about this guy?
No.
He probably doesn't even have a license.
Ah, a license. This I had not considered.
So what are you gonna do?
The instant I return to the station, I shall check.
Return to the station? Why not just ask him?
And spoil his concentration? What kind of a barbarian do you take me for?
Would you like to shake? I stopped myself, electrocuted. They'd read Bill. Does this match?
Beyond.
Take. Look at this gem.
Cut glass.
No, it's not. It's for real.
What kind?
So, what do you know about me? Have a look at.
Etch. No.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur.
I once. It didn't, obvious. I had no desire. The juggler was good. Why he couldn't put that kind. Maybe he just. Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
Feast your eyes on this.
Incroyable! Is it real?
I think so.
Some people...
Oh, both and. Do you want it?
No!
Have you seen this? It didn't seem right to fry somebody's palm when they make their living with their hands. Does this matter?
You...
No, I've got a...
And...
Look, a red nose.
Ah! You are a clown!
A clown?
No. If so, you would be a much better jongleur.
For a moment, an idea capered around near the spotlight of my attention, but fell down the pothole of a... Does this grease paint mean anything to you?
A red nose? And now grease paint? You are sure you are not a clown?
Well, I was distracted by the idea. Caper? Does this lad...
You...
No.
You still...
No. What do you think of...
It is a...
We.
Or
Fixed to the wall, an ornate fountain stood in one corner of the square. I'd have to come by here in the... There was no water to... And the leaf mold... A huge... Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work. I wondered if this guy had died in combat. I was surprised Philip Lebel had left this place alone. Just think, there's a dead guy. Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide it, I guess. Waiting in prayer for... I had no desire to talk to the crowd. Hello again, officer.
Hello?
Do you know what this is?
It...
Does
Do you belong to some...
this... Do I...
And...
What do you mean?
Who...
He had... So, but... What... Hell? Is that...
But...
I elect... They'd rebuild... Does... What do you know? How about... You... What do you think... Don't... Do you know what this is?
Aha! Yeah, man.
If you... Look at... No, it's...
What?
So, I didn't like... Take a look at... Ah, man. I'll see you around. A typically Parisian... Last time I visited one, I decided I... An architectural echo of the gallows that once used to stand here. Hello again. Does... Does... Does this... I have to... Good... No point in phoning that guy again.
Who is this?
It's George. I found the site of Montfaucon.
Yeah? Is there any sign of the KT?
For the Templars? Nah, just an idiot juggler. How can anyone perform totally useless tricks with such a degree of smugness? God, I hate jugglers.
There must be something special at the site, George. It was obviously important to them.
In the middle of the square was a manhole. I wondered. The juggler was good. Why he couldn't put that kind of application into getting a real job? Maybe he just liked dressing up like a horse's ass. Hi again.
Oui? What? And...
Wait. Does this...
Wait.
Forget it. I'd like to have another try at juggling.
You have gone on a quest?
No.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate.
If you...
Okay, now for my secret weapon. The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. and without a word he collected his ball and left in a fury. "Hey, you forgot one of your balls! Hey!" But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme Okay, it's... Here goes. Do I look crazy or... The recent shout, but at least the... There was a handle in the boat that fed out chain. On the boat, a weird little boat lay tied up. Either that or... There was a handle in... The hook was held rigidly by the tightly wound chain. There were 3 arches, each with an inscription. The wall had flaked. There were 3 arches. The inscription was hard to read. Close up, I could see a faded inscription. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, maybe. If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily. Now, I wasn't so sure. The hook was held rigidly by the tightly wound chain. The inscription was on the boat. A weird little... Either that or... There was a handle in the boat. The recent shower, but at least the place to... What's a guy Don't. If I wanted to get deep, if the near... Now. Okay, it's long jump time. Here goes. Do I look crazy or something? The inscription was undecipherable. I wondered why. The hook was held rigidly by the tightly wound chain. A hook... There were... On the boat was a winching machine. There was a handle in the boat that fed... The hook lay in a bed of chain. It was the bright red ball I'd got from the juggler.